The other day, somebody requested that I talk about transitioning within your career, within your early 20s, because that's something that they were going through, and they knew that I myself have experience in transitioning, because I actually am transitioning from being a professional dancer to what I do now, which is helping businesses do video, photos, social media. And this is a massive switch, not only in terms of career, but also the fact that dancing was my life. For 14 years, I trained for this job. I trained to be a professional dancer. And because of a back injury, I was really forced to transition into something else. And in that transition, I lost a lot of me. And I've had to kind of rebuild and figure out, who am I? Who do I want to be? And really, where do I want to go? And what do I want to do? Transitions are difficult, and I think that it's okay to grieve. It's okay, and I think to transition well, you need to grieve. You need to grieve with the loss, whatever you're leaving. Even if you're super unhappy with this job, whatever that is, and you're leaving it, and it may be better off for you to leave that, but you still are leaving a massive part of your life. Regardless if it was good or bad, you're still leaving a chunk of it, and there is a loss. And when you have left that to add something new, that in between when you're taking something out to then fill it back up is a really unstable time, and a time where you could maybe second guess yourself, and was this the right transition? Was this the right decision to make? There's so much going on emotionally, and if you don't actually take time to deal with those emotions, it will be bad. And I can tell you that because for myself, I was slowly losing my dancing every day while I was recovering from my injury, and I didn't necessarily have or know what I was going to transition into. I didn't know what I was going to have and fill up, so I ended up emptying myself. But I never dealt with my emotions. I became very callous in my heart, and I got to some really, really dark places. And it wasn't until I got to some of my darkest moments that I realized that I need to deal with the loss of dance. I can't tell you if you should go from point A to point B. I can't tell you what your next move needs to be or should be. But I can tell you this, is that whenever you are deciding to move from point A to point B, you can't discount the journey that it takes to get there. And you have to live that journey. You have to walk that path, regardless of if it's confusing, regardless of if it's hard, regardless of if it hurts. You have to deal with your emotions, because if you don't, it's going to catch up to you when you get to that destination. And that destination may not be as great as you thought it was going to be, because you never really dealt with yourself within that journey. So make sure as you transition, deal with what's inside, because then you'll be able to put your best foot forward with whatever you're transitioning into. If it's a new city, new situation, new friendship, new job, whatever, you want to be your best version of yourself in that situation. And you can't do that if you haven't actually taken care of what you have left behind. Guys, I talk more about this in my podcast, so please check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow in the next episode of Understanding Adulthood. Peace and love.